Hello everyone and welcome back to Bioshock Remastered.
Watch yourself. Ryan's stirring. We best keep to our knitting. It's time to either run the table or go home empty. Ryan's got the genetic key to Rapture. We get that from him and we get out of this hellhole. We don't, then you and I are ghosts.
Welcome to the...
Now would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch? It's time to finish this.
I see Cohen's lost his touch, if you knew him well. When he used to believe in the work, in the struggle. And now, he rots in that Neverland, waiting for someone to come and tell him he's still got it. I suppose, why should let you live?
Who sent you? Let it run! Go behind you!
But these guys are basically spliced versions of police force that they used to have here in Rapture. We got some new upgrades, we got more health, we got more Eve. Yeah, it's a big ass res. Haven't had a crab in a long time.
You can taste it, can't you? Andrew Ryan.
Welcome to the...
Ryan nationalised Fontaine Futuristics. He owns it now, look, stock and barrel. For the good of the city, he says. We'll break it up in due time, he says. I've resigned from the council and lodged me letter. He's busy in the wind. It'll be war, I say, unless somebody stops Ryan. Right fast.
Trying to get as close to Ryan's gate as possible without making a spectacle of myself. He's got it shielded 6 ways till Easter.
Welcome to the...
There's no way into that base. All I got for my trouble was the hairy eyeball from Ryan's splicer mates. That's the reward you get for trying to outsmart the best electrical engineer of our generation.
You laugh, yes.
Thank you. I don't remember if I got all the pictures I need of the cameras or not. No, I did not. Almost.
The worm looks up and sees the face of God. But look around. It's a regular convention of worms in here. They all had mothers, fathers, people who loved them. They got married, their wives. What makes you think you're any different? I haven't chosen the spot for you on the wall yet. Let me know you have a preference.
Jesus, wow.
I never killed a man, let alone a mason. But this is what things come to. I don't know if killing Mr. Ryan will stop the war, but I know it won't stop while that man breathes. I love Mr. Ryan, but I love Ratchet. If I have to kill one to save the other, so be it.
Anymore. God damn it.
That's McDonough. Looks like he got McDone up.
I had to go jungle style with that filthy ape for 3 weeks, but he finally spilled the beans on how to get to Andrew Ryan. Generate a sympathetic overload in harmonic core number 3. That's simple. Now all I gotta do is figure out what the hell a sympathetic overload is, and for that matter, a harmonic core number 3. Piece of cake for an electrical engineer. Too bad I designed ladies' shoes. Gonna go see the grease monkeys left alive in heat loss monitoring. See what I can shake out of their trees.
Like all parasites who ever tried to walk in stolen shoes. I'd explain the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible, but that would be like playing Mozart for a tree frog.
Bitch.
Bring him up like the others.
Pleasant field.
Dragging my
Rapture is coming back to life. Even now, can't you hear the breath returning to the lungs? The shops reopening, the schools humming with the thoughts of young minds. My city will live. My city will thrive. And when that day comes, use your tools for payment time.
Search over here.
What is the difference between a man and a parasite? A man builds, a parasite asks, where's my share? A man creates, a parasite says, what will the neighbors think? A man invents, a parasite says, watch out, or you might tread on the toes of God.
From being pompous to being fucking pure evil. I don't like only having 4 shelves. This is bullshit.
Imagine the will it took to create a place like this. And what have you built? Nothing. You can only loot and break. You're not a man. You're just a termite at your side.
Let me tell you something.
code to his office keyed to the date of Australia Day. Now's every weeks I slip in real gentle and dig a buck or two from the till. The Aussie never notices, and I ain't about to tell him. Seems like there's all kind of crazy stuff back there. Maybe one day I'll get more ambitious.
Not touching me, son!
Really, dude? Not even gonna risk it.
Before the final rat has eaten the last gram of rapture in its return, I will lead a parade. Who was that, they'll say, as they point to the sad shape hanging on my wall. Who was that?
I begged Mr. Ryan to hand Fontaine's heuristics over to Atlas's boys as a peace offering. But the stupid sod won't listen to reason. Instead, he's just splicing his mob up, giving them more and tougher plasmids. There's an arms race on here in Rapture, but it's not about who can build the best guns and the biggest bombs. It's about who can become less of a man and more of a monster.
I didn't recognize the twist that come into the shop today. Stacked like Sally and dressed to the nines. She's played her cards pretty close to the vest, but you ain't gotta be no college job to see that she's into some bad china. She was asking about magnetic locks and some such. I played it coy, but she took wise. After she showed me round her backyard, I gave her directions to Keyboard's tool shop. Rapture's gone to hell, but sometimes the great chain still cuts you a break.
A man builds a city at the bottom of the sea. That's a marvel. Another man happens to be on a plane that crash lands on the same city in the middle of the ocean. Why, that sounds more like a miracle.
Thus saith the Lord God!
that guy, go find the little sister, and then we're gonna go fight him. Tonic slots. That we'll start working on plasmid slots.
R-34s like them Eve's apple berries through penicillin. I've got Atlas's goons hitting us non-stop and 2 jet mechanics just this week. We need to control costs. If I wanted to deal with amateurs, I would have stayed on dry land.
I begged Mr. Ryan to hand Fontaine's heuristics over to Atlas's boys as a peace offering. But the stupid sod won't listen to reason.
Oh man, why is
Instead, he's just splicing his mob up, giving them more and tougher plasmids. There's an arms race on here in Rancher, but it's not about who can build the best guns and the biggest bombs. It's about who can become less of a man and more of a monster.
I'm ready for dream time, Mr. Bidding. No.
Come on. There's 2 little sisters down here. Where's the other one? No, there were 2 big daddies, there were 2 little sisters. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I think they just robbed me. They just... Oh my god. That is super fucked up. Oh.
Light shine on. Woe be unto you! How where I can reach you!
Thank you.
Even miles underwater, still sees everything.
What a balmy dream. Some kind of fruit tree spinning like a top. And it was pouring juice down Ryan's throat, choking the bastard. But it wasn't a tree, really. When I looked closer, it was the core control. The gizmo that feeds the maglocks on Ryan's gate. You can't cut off the power. It comes right from the volcanic vents. Ryan always gets his juice. But I suppose you could drown the son of a bitch in it. Is ready. I've got one charge of nitroglycerin in my office. That will serve as the catalyst. Now I need 4 R34 lead shield wire stubs to pass the circuit. Then a half can of ionic gel. That's the pretty Betty of the mix. Should send the core into compensation mode, push power down the line and trigger the circuit breaker on Ryan's gate. Well, that's the theory. It'll either work like a charm or blow up half of Rapture. Nothing ventured.
Yeah, director's commentary right there. Alright, Goose Chase. See how badly we fucked this up. Hey, not bad. Oh my god. Cool.
Have some chosen to destroy themselves with careless splicing? Undeniable. I will make no proclamations. I will dictate no laws. The great chain moves slowly, but with wisdom. It is our impatience that invites in the parasite of big government. And once you've invited it in, it will never stop feeding on the body of the city.
one more piece.
Sent to fill me out. I think she is. If I'm wrong, an innocent girl will end up on Ryan's bloody trophy wall. If I'm right, well, I'd best be right. The device is almost finished. I can't get soft now, I can't.
To put it on the core past geothermal control. And we'll see if these needle noses knew what the hell they were talking about. Looks like Yogi's got an itch to retake this corner of Rapture. This happened right after the start of the war. Read about it in the papers. Head on in. I'll see what I can dig up to help. I'm no engineer, but if I read these plans right, you can channel that magma flow using the redirect valve. It'll boil off that water right quick, and you'll be able to reach the core. But Ryan's sure to take notice. Might want to set up a perimeter just to be certain.
Okay, now the trap bolts are going to come in handy. Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you. Who else but me, right? Start crafting ammo.
Will these creatures kill you? Even I don't know. As you drag me closer to the abyss, you pull yourself right along with me. I offer you a quick death, Parasite. It will be preferable to what you deserve to begin.
Come on. Stop! barely alive fucking turret. All of those did nothing to help.
Are they all dead? Hope so. Best be heading on to the core.
Oh boy.
So far away from your family, from your friends, from everything you ever loved. But for some reason, you like it here. You feel something you can't quite put your finger on. Think about it for a second, and maybe the word will come to you. Nostalgia. What did Atlas offer you? A piece of my plundered city? Mark my words, your only reward will be a knife in the back. All that matters to me is me. And all that matters to you is you. It is the nature of things.
We're gonna continue this in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next episode of Bioshock Remastered.